In this video, I will show you how to add a TikTok feed to your Wix website quickly and easily. The first thing that we need to do is open up Elfsight. This is the tool that we will be using to build the widget, and I've linked it in the description below. Go ahead and click on that link and it will take you straight over to this page. This link also ensures that everything connects properly when we embed it. From here, just enter your email into this box to sign up for free, and then on this next page, create your password. Just like that, we are signed up and ready to go. Now, from here, once we are signed up to Elfsight, what we want to do is just come to search widgets up here and click into this box. And then the widget that we are looking for is the TikTok feed. So if we just type in TikTok, you can see the TikTok feed widget is going to be brought up. So we can go ahead and click into this, and it's now going to ask us to choose from one of these templates. So go through and select the template that you like the look of the best, but keep in mind that these are all customizable in terms of the colors and everything like this. So select a template, and then we can click continue down here. And then inside of the TikTok source, this is where we can choose to either add a TikTok profile or add a TikTok hashtag. So for me, I'm going to add a profile in this example. We can go ahead and click into this, and then we can type out the TikTok username. Now it says you can provide a link to your profile, like this one right here, where you literally go to your profile and grab the link, but this doesn't actually work. You want to add in the handle. So you want to type in @ and then your TikTok username. So in this example, I will go ahead and add a famous TikToker here in the UK, Italian Batch, just like this. Once the username is entered, we can click on add. And just like this, it's going to bring in all of the TikTok posts from that profile. We can then go down to the filters area, and in here we can add in filters to filter the content if we want to filter this. So we can filter this by specific keywords, by specific posts. We can also do this by hashtags or dates. So if you only want to show specific posts from any of these things, we can set that up right there. From here, we can then go down to the layout area, and we can choose the layout that we would like to use for this. So I really like masonry. And then once the layout is selected, we can go down and customize this layout by choosing things like the columns, the items per page, the item spacing between each of these posts. And we can even choose if there is a load more button here at the bottom, or if we want to turn this off. We can also go and add a widget title at the top, and we can change what this is going to say, as well as adding a caption. But I quite like this. My TikTok feed just works perfectly for this. From the layout, we can then go down to the post area, and we can choose the post style and how we want each of these posts to look. We can choose what happens when somebody clicks into these posts. So by default, if we have this open in pop-up, it's going to open a pop-up and then it's going to play the video. But we can also go to open in new tab. And then if we click on this, it's going to open the original video. It's going to open the original video over here on the TikTok platform. Finally, we can then go down to the style area. And in here, we can set the colors and fonts. So first of all, we can choose if we have a light or dark website. We can set the accent color, which for this widget, I don't actually think does anything. We can choose the font that we want to use for this. So if we select one of these fonts, you can see the font is going to change. And then down here in customize elements, we can really go in and start customizing the colors and fonts to a completely different level. So we can go into the background, and we can set the background color that we would like to use for this widget. We can also go into the widget title, set the alignment, set the colors, the links color, the font, and we can do this for all of the different sections that make up this widget. So once you have this set up, and this now looks how you would like it to look, and we are ready to add this to Wix, all we then need to do is click on publish right here. And then Elfsight will take us over to this page where we can now choose a plan. Now the plan I recommend starting out with is this free plan right here, as this allows us to add the TikTok feed to our website and get everything set up for completely free. And then later down the line, if you do want to upgrade to one of these paid plans, if you want access to more widgets or more website views, you can upgrade to one of these at any time. But for now, just select the free plan. Once that is selected, Elfsight is then going to give us this piece of code that we can use to add the TikTok feed to our website. So we just want to click on copy code right here, and then we can go over to our Wix editor. And in here, we just want to scroll down until we find where we want to add the TikTok feed. So I'm going to add mine right here underneath this top section. Once we have found this, we can click on Add Section to add a new section in. And then to add the TikTok feed, we want to go to Add Elements. So we can select this. And then the element that we want to add is under here, under Embed Code, and it's called Embed HTML. So we can add this to the website, and this is now going to drop in. So all we need to do is make sure this is selected to code, click into this box, and paste in the code that we just copied from Elfsight. We can then click on Update, and just like this, the TikTok feed is now going to be dropped in. So of course, we can spread this around and make sure that this fits the entire section. So we just drag this. And then the way that we have this set up, it's quite a big widget. So I'm going to drag this quite far down this entire section. And then we can go up and drag the element down to make sure that this is going to fit. So even with all that space, it's still not quite fitting in there. Let's drag this down a little bit further. And there we go. This is all now added in. So just like that, that is how you can add a TikTok feed to your Wix website.